Gita, verse
Now it's too late.
17 and 18.
Okay, it will come
I'm
in
just practicing.
Mandukya Upanishad.
Okay, we have to do Bhadram. See, सब लोग को अभी कैसे मालूम भी पड़ गया है. This is what happens. Isn't that great? Okay. Om Bhadram Karnevi Shruniyam Devaha.
Om Bhadram Karne Visharmyaya Devaha.
Bhadram Pashye Makshabhirya Jatraha.
Bhadram Pakshe Madrajesa.
Makshabhirya Jatraha. Sthire Range Sushtu Vagam Sastanubhi. Sthire Range Sushtu Vagam Sastanubhi. Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu.
Yashema Devahitam Yadayu.
Swastina Indro Vridashavaha.
Swastina Indro Vasavaha.
Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha.
Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha.
Swastina Saksharyo Arishtanemihi.
Vasina Taksharyo Arishtanemi.
Swastino Bruhaspatir Dadatu.
Vasina Bharaspati Dadatu.
Om Shanti Shanti.
Shanti Shanti.
Okay, Shireen, why don't you read the translation?
O ye gods, may we hear with our ears what is auspicious. O worshipful ones, may we with our eyes see what is auspicious. May we live the entire length of our allotted life, hale and hearty, offering our praises unto thee. May Indra, the ancient and the famous, Pusan, the all-knowing, the Lord of swift motion, who saves us from all harms, and Brahaspati, who protects the spiritual wealth in us, bless us with the intellectual strength to understand the scriptures and the heroic heart to follow the teachings. Om, peace be, peace be, peace be.
Okay, so what we are going to do is, we did the verse 11, we finished, right? That's what I have from my memory, because I forgot to mark it. We finished the Sushupta Ma ka kiya tha na humne?
Yeah, so we are
Ma ka kiya
we are
tha.
at 19, which is actually that 11 is it was a diversion in this chapter for talking about something else. And now we are coming to
Okay, here.
what we
Now
call-
I need to say this, so you have to have a complete clarity about this one.
Yeah,
We are doing Mandukya Upanishad. It has 12 mantras. Okay, so what Karika is the commentary on it and then Swamiji is going even more deeper with like this Sanskrit words are the Karikas, and now Swamiji is explaining the Karika. So बीच में मांडुक्य के श्लोक आते हैं, फिर उसके बाद कारिका शुरू होती है, फिर वो बंद हो जाता है, फिर मांडुक्य आता है, फिर कारिका शुरू होती है. तो हम 11 फिनिश कर चुके हैं
now we are
of Mandukya.
yes, but now we are
Now
going to Karika. Yeah, we are going to this number 19
of Karika,
is
which
what we are
is
doing.
going to explain about whatever we have done in the last couple of shlokas of the meat. So everybody has a clarity, right? So let's do this Sanskrit part. Do you want to do it? Or you want me to do it?
No, you do this.
Okay. So Vishwasya, of the Vishwa, Atva Vivaksham, identified with A, Adi is primacy, Samanyam means the similarity, Utkatam, evident, Matra, letters, Sampraptipattau means relating to, Syat means to become, Apti Samanyam, similarity or pervasiveness, Evacha, also and. Okay. So maybe Shireen, you can read when the identity.
When the identity of Vishwa and the A sound is to be described, the common features between them are being the first in their respective position, as well as similarity of all pervasiveness.
Now remember, he's in these next couple of the verses, he's going to just repeat what the Upanishad said. But anyway, let's read it.
Now Gaudapada is summarizing for us the meaning of the Upanishads, in which the Rishi has prescribed the lesson for Om meditation. Though Gaudapada is trying to summarize the Upanishad mantras, he seems to have slightly changed the Upanishad assertions. In the Upanishad Mantra 9, while describing the common features between the sound A and waking state ego, the Rishi had pointed out the common features for both was in their being first or their all-pervasiveness. But here in the stanza, we read of an assertion that Vishwa is identical with the sound A because each of them is the first and all-pervasive. The difference between Gaudapada and the Upanishad has made some critics feel that the Karika was first written and then the Upanishad prose mantras. This is not true. At least this is not sufficient argument for such an outrageous conclusion against the traditional belief in a sacred land. The use of or in the Upanishad has the force of a definite conjunction and. The glossator's job is to bring to the notice of the readers the full significance of the expressions of the Upanishad, their greater import and nobler suggestions. Ordinarily, even a very careful student would perhaps understand the use of or in the Upanishad only in its literal meaning as expressing an alternative and would not easily discover for himself that it has the force of a conjunction also. Thus, Gaudapada, as a true glossator, has in his stanza brought out the significance so vividly by making a statement seemingly different from the Upanishad, to conclude thereby that the Upanishads were written much later than the Karika, and to give to Karika an earlier date than the Upanishad will be like putting the cart and the driver before the horse. But some critics have done it.
So he's just trying to diffuse that kind of thing, okay, oh, Karika was written first. To me also it sounds so absurd.
Yeah, how can
But
it
obviously,
be?
all he's saying that the word, उसने उपनिषद में और लिखा है और यहाँ पर and, but उपनिषद और is as good as and, that's all it means. And all he's saying is that they said that the sound has two reasons why they put the sound to that first state of Jagrat. One is that it's all pervasive, and then what is the second one? Is the first.
It's
Yes,
the first.
the first letter in every language. Is the first letter in every language. So I think that we have already hashed out the waking state very well. And then the only thing I want to remind everybody over here is that we should know that what is the goal of these rishis. They want us to do meditation. Om has been coined as a powerful symbol of meditation, and then when we do it according to the way they are saying, we will progress. So and it will, the reason I said that the last verse is so powerful, because it's going to talk about that Turiya state. That is the most powerful state. So if you want worldly things, Wu and Ma is great. But the entire thing in Om chanting is the silence in between. So after leading to that sound, that's you got to focus. Silence has everything.
Because with that silence, you will connect to consciousness.
Exactly. That is a window to your to connecting.
Yeah.
Exactly like you're saying.
When,
Even you must have
when
studied
it
the
is
same
a
thing.
silence, when we are in that mode, do we concentrate on the dot?
No.
No,
Don't
no,
have to.
nothing.
No.
It's just silence is silence.
In
like
this
that
Upanishad, they
physical
didn't even talk about the dot, but somehow, I got to know this, and I thought that was a very nice way. Maybe some other rishi, some other commentators made it. In this Upanishad, they don't talk about the dot. Okay. So basically, what it's saying is that how you have to understand that it's a waking state is there. You have to dream. You have the deep sleep. But all of them, they become silent at one point. And that consciousness is still there, and then again it merges out from there. That's the whole sequence. That the whole world merges from that consciousness, and then it just remains for a while, and then again it merges. But that's the most important thing, and like you were saying, that through that you can connect to the consciousness. But it'll come. I don't want to
Because
jump
in
the
that
gun right now.
silence, there's no concentration also.
There's nothing. So it's like
It's vacuum. It's just
Emptiness.
Void.
Emptiness, but there is no agitation. That's the main thing. Because when we are talking about worldly stuff,
You are
dreams,
above that intelligence.
there's nothing to discuss
thinking,
in
everything.
silence. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
You do-
It's a no agitation, peace, contentment, quietness,
Which we
everything.
get every day in sleep.
Yes. But in sleep, there is the only difference is I know nothing kind of thing. Ignorance is there.
Yeah.
So here it is a Jagrit Avasthha when you're doing that. That's the only difference. Okay. So I don't want to jump the gun, but here he's just summarizing, so we can go a little faster if you want. So who finished reading?
I did.
Okay. So maybe I can do the next one.
Akaro.
Tejas, this is the 20th, okay? Tejasasya, of Tejas, Utva Vijnane, identified with U, Utkarshaha, superiority, Drishyate is seen, Sputam is clearly, Matra letters, some Pratipato relating to, Syat is Ubhayatvam, the middleness, Tathavidam is so also. So the verse says, so it is clearly seen that Tejas is of the same nature as U in Om. The common feature being superiority. Another reason for fixing such an identity is being in the middle. And then he goes straight to the next one because we've already done this in detail. Anybody has any question about that? Because we had discussed it, that they're just telling you it is superior for various other reasons. All the saints and sages are given. Because the inner world is a lot more powerful, bigger, subconscious mind and all that. And then verse 21 is Makara Bhave becomes M. Pragyasya means of Pragna. Man Samanyam means similarity of being a measure. Utkatam become evident. Matra is letters. Sam Praptipato relating to. Tu is but, while. Laya Samanyam, similarity of being the ground of dissolution, and also, Cha is also. So the verse 21 according to Karika is, the identity of the Pragna and M is upon the clear common feature that both are the measure. And remember we went in detail what measure is. You pour it in something and pour it out. So Ma is like that state.
Right.
The other reason for such an identity is because all become one in both Pragna and Ma. So when we say it's like as though it's everything is merging, dissolving. So we have. I thought it was so scientific the way they came out this ooh and
The
Ma.
whole
When
philosophy
you say
is so
oh,
scientific.
it's like we wake up.
Yeah.
And we say ooh, it's like oh, I'm going to sleep.
And then,
बोला तो छुट्टी सो गए.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know after drinking that even I need to go probably. Before we start that final verse,
yeah.
we can do that. So,
Oh. What happened?
You can go ahead.
go ahead, because there's nothing much in this. He who knows without doubt what the common features are in the three states is worshipped and adored by all beings, and he is indeed the greatest sage. So he's saying that if you meditate upon Ma, you will be loved by everybody, and then you will have all the achievements in the world. And then he explains that the above four stanzas have been deliberately left without commentary because all these ideas have already been explained exhaustively when we discuss the corresponding prose mantra of the Upanishad. So it has been already discussed. Right? So we'll wait for